everyone, it's Tammy, and today we're going to be focusing on the Magical Mermaid stamp set that is available in the new annual catalog of Stampin' Up. This is such a cute stamp set. It is found on page 172 of the catalog, and the rubber stamp set is $20. If you want it wood blocked, it is $28. I have not used it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. And for those of you that might not know, I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, so I would love to be your demonstrator. You can use my link down below and shop 24/7. And honestly, I have a card that I was thinking of doing, and it is using the Tranquil Tide that is new in our in colors and Whisper White. But now that I'm looking at this, I'm seeing this stamp, or the way that they did this, and I'm going, oh, that is really cute. And now I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't maybe try to copy a little bit of this card, because I love it. So I might take a little bit of this and mix it with a little bit of that, and let's see what we come up with. Sometimes you just get inspired by things, and when I saw that, I was like, oh, I like that. So this is an A2 size card, which just means I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper and cut it in half and then scored it in half again, and that creates an A2 size card. And then I also have a piece of the Tranquil Tide that is cut at 4 by 5 1/4 that will fit just nicely on top. And then I have this one, which is cut at 3 3/4 by 5, and it will fit nicely on top of that. And this is what I was going to do my stamping on. And seeing that card, I think it's so cute. But I'm thinking I might do a little mix of some things that I was thinking of doing, and we're going to just maybe cut a little bit of this down. So I know I need to use my beautiful mermaid. This beautiful mermaid is, I mean, I'm not kidding. She is gorgeous. I cannot wait to actually stamp her and see what she looks like in a stamp. And let's see, I think I'm going to use this Memento Tuxedo Black. I like this best when I am doing a stamp such as this, where I'm going to maybe put some water onto the paper, because this ink really holds up and it doesn't smear. I'm also going to be using my Stampin' Scrub, which I swear by. I love this thing. And my Stampin' Mist. I have had this Stampin' Scrub since long before I became a demonstrator. This was probably one of the first things I bought when I became a scrapbooker. And it is available still with Stampin' Up. That's how great the product is, because it's been around forever. And, oh, it even says 2004 Stampin' Up. So 2004, that's a long time ago. That's 13 years. So yeah, I really like this. You use it to clean your stamp and then dry your stamp. So one side stays wet, one side is your dry side, and you go from there. So I'm going to take this Memento ink. Am I saying that right? Memento, yeah, okay. And I know that this block isn't the right size block for this. You should use a bigger one. And I'm just going to stamp her kind of going up like this. And yay, I was kind of holding my breath because I know this isn't the right size stamp, or right size block for this. And then I'm going to dry it over here. And I think I'm going to take the seaweed. I'm going to take my Tranquil Tide. I'm going to stamp some of the seaweed on the Tranquil Tide with Tranquil Tide. So color on color. And you're not going to be able to see much more than that, so I'm just doing different heights. And let's see here. think I'm also going to do these bubbles. Just real light in there. There we go. This will go on here, and then this is going to go on here. And I'm kind of thinking I'm going to cut this out a little bit. I kind of want it to be, I kind of want her to be more straight like that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cut this so that this is straight against her body like that, and then I'm going to use this kind of as my guide and try to make it a little more straight. And you can see that I can't get it straight there because that would cut off some of her tail. So let's see here. But you know what? I think it looks all right. I don't think people are going to be able to tell much or care much that it's like that. And then I think I'm going to take In the Tranquil Tide and I'll Never Stop Believing in You. I like that. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to put that right about there in Tranquil Tide. And I'll cut that out too. I'm just cutting around so that it's about even on each end, on each side, I mean. This will go here. This will go somewhere like that. I'll put this like here, that way it will. Ooh, yeah, that's cute. Okay, so now I want to color this. And I really liked the way that the Stampin' Up! Catalog has theirs colored. It's kind of spongy and splotchy, and it's using some of the in colors. It's using Berry Burst and Tranquil Tide and maybe Fresh Fig, I'm not sure, but we're going to make that work. We're going to do these colors, and I'm going to use, do I want to use a sponge dauber or my aqua painter? Let's see. I have some sponge daubers over here, and they are just kind of according to a color, not really any particular color, but I think I will use them. And I'm just going to go in and just kind of color totally outside the lines, totally everything. It doesn't really matter. This is a beautiful color. And you want them to kind of go into each other. That's kind of cool. Kind of wondering if I spray this with some water. And do I have a napkin? I'm gonna get it kind of wet. Kind of wet. I'm getting this wet. I'm gonna put a little more color on. That looks kind of cool. I don't know. Looks kind of neat. Okay. I am going with it. And I'm even kind of thinking I might cut out the tail part of this. And maybe even a little bit more. But I'm going to, like, not fussy cut, but just kind of... I didn't finish my sentence, did I? Just kind of leave a nice white border around. There, that's kind of cool. And I kind of like that just her tail is colored. That's kind of neat. Now I'm going to dry this with my heat gun, only because I'm making this a card for you guys. Well, and for me, I think it's beautiful. So let's take the heat gun. I think that looks so cool. Not perfectly dry, but it's way better. So I'm running over my chair wheel. Okay. Well, I think that's cute, guys. I hope that you guys like this too. Now, my upline, when I became Silver Elite, she sent me some of the silver thread. I think I'm going to use some of this as well. And I don't know how much. I'm just going to take some out. And I don't know if I just want it underneath the I'll Never Stop Believing in You, or if I want it underneath the Mermaid too. But the best way I have found to use this is whatever you're going to use it under, just put a little bit of glue, either with a glue dot or some of this, whatever, like some snail adhesive, whatever you want. That's what you should start it with. Let me get some of this tangle out of here. Okay. And then if I want this to wrap like as a big way, like if I want it to be circles, goodness, I can't pick up the thread, all around, I would probably put another dot over here if I want it over there. But if I just want it in one little spot, then having one dot is fine. I just need to go back to that area, and it doesn't even have to be a dot, just a place for this to rest, because it does go a little crazy and it doesn't know which direction to go in. Unless you tell it to have a home spot, it's not going to know. And you can use like a glue dot or whatever. I personally like a little bit more than a glue dot, depending on, yeah, see, I'm making that too big for this. I don't like it. Probably too much. So I probably need to go underneath my Mermaid too if I'm going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and put another glue area here and then here. I mean, why not? Let's just go crazy. So this can touch base in 3 different spots. And be fine. I set my scissors down on it. So if you don't have a home spot for it to go to, it will just kind of do whatever it wants, which isn't always what you want it to do. And I got a lot of this out. I really did. I probably didn't need so much. And I'm going to see how this is looking. And if it looks like I need to stop, I'm going to stop. Or if it might look like I need to start over again and do something different. And I will do that too. That's no problem. It's because this is just, you just kind of have to play with it. So I will show you what I mean. So I'm going to put her like here, because this is like where she'd be. And then this will be like this. And that's not bad, but I'm not loving it. I'm not liking how it looks like there's like lines going right from there to there. I don't know. I'm being picky and weird, but I'm going to cut this now. So I've decided, cut this. Put some of it under here. Just, and you know what you can do? You can do this. You can take some, wrap it around your fingers. However that works. Find the edges, smush it together, and then put it down in your glue. And then like find the, you don't want the tails sticking out, so put those somewhere too. And then if you have a glue dot, you need to stick it really straight, or really on one spot. If you have a strip of tape like this, you can kind of spread it out a little bit. I like that a little better most of the time. Okay, so there's that one, I think. And then I did kind of the same thing with this, but I want this to be loopier and bigger, so I'm just going to wrap it around my hand to get this started. But I'm not like totally like touching my hand. I'm just making it big circle-y loops. So let's see, I'm going to touch it to here. And then I'm going to take it and twist it. And touch it to here. And then any of them that are just kind of sticking where you don't really know what to do with them, or you just touch it to the tape. I mean, it's so easy to pick up and do something else with if you don't like it, that it's perfectly fine. And then, yeah, I like that better. I like that a whole lot better. So I'm going to take, now I'm going to take dimensionals, and I'm almost out of this pack, but I'm going to use what I have on the spare because that's just what I do. So I'm just cutting up my sheet of dimensionals. And I like to just use every little piece of it because why not? It's all still the same thing. This is all good stuff. So, got my dimensionals on this. Just be careful because that paper is wet and it's not totally dry yet. So anything that wants to pull up, it will rip the whole paper. And then this one, I'm just going to find a bigger one, and one will do it. And then this is just like your snail adhesive or your double-sided tape. I just have it in a big gun that I use. It's called an ATG gun, an automatic tape gun. And there we go. Isn't that beautiful? I think that really turned out cute. Just a really nice, easy card. Fun to make. And yeah, really neat. So I hope you guys like it too. Talk with you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.